going to talk about the importance of flexing your grid nipple. Also, climatologists tell us to beware of Japanese turd water. And finally, curing whale cellulite. It's a problem. It needs to be fixed. That's tonight on
Covering
Slice.
all the news from every dark corner of the universe. SliceofSci-Fi.com.
Who writes this stuff?
Stupid reruns.
Stupid reruns. We're a reboot, Kreg. Thank you very much.
Yeah, reboot.
We're rebooting.
Rebooting.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is officially screwing with the listener. I think we've succeeded. You are not listening to Slice. You are listening to Technorama.
I'm on the wrong show. Hello. Wait a minute. We got to get out of here.
We're done. We're done.
Who let me in here?
Everybody's looking at their phones going, what am I what?
Well, I'm 3 years too late.
Access denied.
Yeah, there you go. Oh my.
You gotta wonder what Summer will think.
I wasn't gonna say.
I'm not wondering. I know.
Yeah.
Can we make this official now?
Go for it.
All right. Technorama episode 445. Burn the witches!
Good morning, folks. This is your captain speaking.
Technorama.
Remember when?
Technorama.
On this day in tech history.
Tech.
And now, the news.
Tech.
What the Chuck?
Technorama.
Welcome to Blockhead Video.
I really loved Firefly. I wish I could find new lost episodes.
Over there, in the media corner.
Technorama.
Hold my beer and watch this.
Unfasten your seatbelts and disregard all safety rules. Here are your flight crew, Chuck and Kreg.
Hello.
That mute?
Yes.
Now
that
we're
mute
on
thing.
the right show. There's too many people in here. I've never run this many microphones before. Let's bring the
much
bed music down.
LSD.
LDS in the 60s.
Yes.
I am Chuck Tomasi, and with me as always is Kreg Stepp. You are out there still, aren't you, Kreg?
Yes, I'm here. Houston.
In
Hello.
the bathroom.
Yeah.
In the bathroom in Michigan.
I'm in the bathroom. In the space toilet.
We are having
I don't
fun.
know.
And also joining us in the binary studio, going around the horn.
Ben Rangunton. Ryan Brown.
Sam Roberts.
I'm Michael Mennenga. Tim Adamec.
And Keith Lane.
All the microphones are working.
Flashback.
Hooray.
There we go.
Hey.
I told you, everything old came with this house.
Everything works. That
Wait a
skit
minute.
was accurate.
Define
definitely-
works.
Define
Words.
Yeah.
It's still here, and we still love it. We're going to get right into it since we've fooled around for the last 5 minutes or so. Let's try this again. Coming up in this episode, we have cheaper burial plots, old tech antiques, and police albums for just 1 penny. How can you refuse? All that and more coming up.
A geek! A geek! A geek! A geek! We got a geek! We got a geek!
We found a geek, mate. We burn him.
Burn him!
Burn him. Do it.
How do you know he is a geek? He looks like one. Bring him forward.
I'm not a geek. I'm not a geek.
But you are dressed as one.
They dress me up like that.
No.
This isn't my PDA. It's a false one.
Well,
Well, he did have a PDA.
the PDA and the cell phone. But he is a geek. Burn him! Did you dress him up like this? No.
No.
Yes.
He's got a 20-sided die.
What makes you think he is a geek?
He turned me into a programmer.
A programmer?
I got better.
Burn him anyway! Burn him! Burn him! Quiet. There are ways of telling whether he is a geek.
Are there? Where are they?
Tell me, what do you do with geeks? Burn him! Burn him! And what do you burn apart from geeks?
More geeks.
Laptops! So, why do geeks burn?
'Cause they're made of laptop batteries?
Good. Oh,
Yeah, right.
So, how do we tell whether he is made of laptop battery?
Prop up a wobbly table with him.
But can you not also prop up a table with a book?
Yeah.
Does a battery move when it's not in use?
No.
It sits still. What also sits still?
Dead people?
The Mars rover.
LA freeways. Snails.
Bad doggies.
Children?
Internet Explorer.
Churches.
Trains.
A corporate manager.
Exactly. So logically,
If he moves as quickly as a corporate manager, he's made of laptop batteries.
and therefore...
A geek.
Excuse me, sir. What do you think of Technorama?
Technorama? It's awesome, and it won an award.
And that's how we remember P.G. Holyfield.
Yeah. That's right. They won an award.
Not for that nonsense we just heard. Man, that hurt my brain.
A major award.
We have some good feedback. Last week, in fact, before we get into the listener feedback, I'm going to ask the same question to the people here. What was the... Well, first we have to play the music because it's more fun to sing along.
Yes, please.
Any style you choose.
Letters, lay, letters every day. Letters,
Higher. More letters. Lots and lots of letters.
UPS.
In the bathroom.
Oh boy. Or tomorrow.
The new phone book's here.
I've never seen someone say that.
What was in that envelope?
Over a phone book. Thanks for the reference.
In that envelope?
All right, the question this week was, what was the first piece of technology you saved up for?
Oh wow.
Ah.
Okay.
That's easy. A geek.
Yeah, that's pretty easy.
It is pretty easy.
Commodore 64.
Yeah, I'm with Tim. Same thing. Actually,
Mine was an Atari 400.
Okay.
That was it? Hey, you guys must have waited a long time to save up.
Yeah, well, there really wasn't tech when we were saying. I mean, you had tech that was $4,000-$5,000 when I was 11.
Yeah,
and you had the Commodore 64 that was $299.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Mine was a watch. $12 watch.
Actually, mine was a calculator. It was the first digital.
Oh
calculator.
yeah, they're expensive.
It was 100. It was 110
Oh
bucks.
my gosh!
Yeah, it took me 3 months to save up for that.
And then all he could do is write boobs on it.
That's it.
It wasn't. I mean, it wasn't. It was just barely a digital. It was barely a digital calculator because it was all LEDs.
It had the vacuum fluorescent display.
No, it didn't even have that. It was just LEDs.
Oh yeah, I remember those.
It was an 8-segment LED,
and they ate batteries like candy.
Oh yeah. You made it a day on a 9-volt.
That's why LCD was so nice when it came out. Oh, this thing would a 9-volt. It was like two double with a D battery.
Yeah.
I gotta lug along this 24-volt truck battery.
Okay, Sam, what was your first one?
Mine's not anywhere near as interesting or cool. It was a MP3 player.
Okay.
I had the
Roxio.
No, I think it was the Microsoft Zune.
Oh,
Zune. Yeah.
You're one of those 7 people.
and my friend Justin, and I had it for a long time, and then I went iPod and never went back.
Fair enough.
How about you, Keith? Actually, I don't know. Really?
Was it that doorstop computer of yours?
Oh yeah, the 286. There you go. With the monochrome screen, the green screen. You know,
nice.
It was lovely.
I'm feeling old because I predated all the computer people. We have some listeners who also wrote in. PC Herring says, Chuck, Kreg. First piece of tech I remember saving up for was the original Nintendo Entertainment System. The
That's
year
a good
was
one.
1989.
Yeah.
And I was probably a whopping 6 years old, which tells you his age now.
Showing our age as well.
I don't remember how I came across it. Probably playing it at my cousin's house. But I had to have the NES. So for weeks, I was given $2 per week allowance, and I saved and saved and saved and saved. You know, we get the idea.
And saved.
And
then The power pack was mine. Well, he just bought the brick?
Yeah. Now save up for the controllers.
This was the big one. Console, 2 controllers, zapper gun in red and gray, not just gray, and the power pad. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This is how it's written. I'm just reading it. We played the heck out of Mario and Duck Hunt, but not so much with world-class track meet.
Good Lord.
The pad was difficult to use, and the interface was buggy at best. I still have the unit all these years later. Controller, console, zapper, and yes, the power pad. Probably would still work if I plugged it in. But man, had so much fun with that console as a kid. 101.
Absolutely.
I might want to buy that from you. They actually make fantastic synthesizers. The sound chips are outstanding, so you can do conversions on them.
Wow.
Turn them into MIDI synths.
So also, all of a sudden, PC Hearing sells out. Sure, here you go. $20.
My childhood sold cheap. No problem. Piece of cake.
Listener Scott writes in, he says, I don't think I saved up for this, but was my first paycheck for my first full-time, quote, real job, I bought a Nintendo NES game system. Wow. I missed that thing. Listener Edward says, my first PC was some Epson model with an 88 processor. It had to be the Epson one.
8088.
Yeah, we learned later. I believe I had 1 meg of RAM, dual 360K floppy, CGA, a whopping 4 colors of graphics. I believe I had a turbo mode, which got me to 7 or 8 megahertz of processing speed.
Whoa.
Does anybody...
Blazing.
Where's
blazing
the turbo button on my MacBook Pro?
Right?
He's burning that one up.
1 meg was a lot of memory for those, too.
Yeah. Because like 384 was going to waste.
Yeah.
Unless you got like some expanded memory crap going. Did you modify your config.sys? And with a 9
expanded or extended memory.
Yeah. Oh, I had expanded memory in my 286. I had a 42 megabyte hard drive too.
My trash 80 was only 32K. So.
We're getting to a story about that later.
So you're saying size matters?
No, it's all on how you use it.
There you go.
He had a 9-pin dot matrix printer, and the whole thing cost him around $2,200.
Wow.
Oh my Lord!
Yeah, that
sounds like a good deal.
You'd have been better off with the NES.
And listener Fred says, a Commodore 128. I think I had to have a better system than you and Mark. He's like going through the Facebook thread.
No, he's referring to me and a mutual friend.
Oh, okay.
We all have. This is my friend Fred. He's been on the show before, and we all had Commodores and whatnot. So, except for him, his dad worked at Radio Shack, so he had a DRS-80 and everything. And we're like, "Hey, Mark, let me check out this game. Hey, Craig, let me check out this game." He's like, he had to get the 128 to one up us.
Of course.
Spend the extra $100, right?
Yeah. And by the way, I'm not implying we copied any software other than what we wrote.
I did. The statute of limitations is over.
Okay. We ripped the hell out of everything.
We never called it pirating. We always called it archiving.
It was archiving.
Archiving.
Yes,
Right.
he's right. He's right. All right. Thank you, lovely listeners, for your feedback. We don't get to sing quite as much.
Oh boy!
Oh boy!
Reach right out and throw one out. Let's do the history thing. Everybody gets to play along this time.
Oh boy!
We should have enough stories for everybody. Music.
Okay.
Yeah, we're out.
The people who can't see the monitor have to guess.
Yes.
It was on this day in history for August 15, 2015, August 19th. I think I wrote this on the 15th. Let's change that. Let's do that.
On the fly.
Off to a great start.
No, the whole show was off to a great start.
Yeah, it was.
August 19th is the 231st day of the year in the Gregorian calendar. There are 134 days remaining in 2015.
Who's reading next?
It was on this date in 1561 that Mary, Queen of Scots, who was 18 years old, returns to Scotland after spending 13 years in France. Craig's turn.
All right, August 19th, 1612, 3 women from Lancashire, a village in Samlesbury, England, known as the Samlesbury Witches, are put on trial accused of practicing witchcraft. One of the most famous witch trials in British history. And I think Sam should have read that.
Doesn't it sound like Samlesbury is like a breakfast cereal?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Chocula and Samlesbury.
Ben, you going to give it a go?
Delicious. In Salem, Massachusetts, 5 people, 1 woman, and 4 men, including a clergyman, are executed after being convicted of witchcraft as part of the Salem witch trials 323 years ago today.
More witches!
I think I read that a little too peppy for something about burning people alive.
All right, Ben, you get the next one.
Oh, holy crap. Let's see. Born also today in 1812, during the War of 1812, American frigate USS Constitution defeats the British frigate HMS Guerriere off the coast of
Guerriere.
I can barely read it. Off the coast of Nova Scotia,
really good cheese
Canada.
now.
Yeah. Earning the nickname Old Ironside.
An old cheesy breath.
Yeah.
And Mr. Bryan.
It was 176 years ago today that the French government announces that Louis Daguerre's photographic process as a gift to the free world.
Daguerreotype.
Nice job.
Big bang.
He's got the French down.
The New York Herald breaks the news to the east coast of the United States of the gold rush in California, although the rest started in January 167 years ago today.
They got the news out 8 months a little late.
Yeah.
Love the timeliness. And you guys are passing, right?
This day in history, Tchaikovsky stumbled across a canon from the War of 1812 and said, "Hey, I can write some music around that."
That's good.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
The first automobile race at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway is 106 years ago today.
And the first All-American Soapbox Derby is held in Dayton, Ohio, then state in 1934. Oh, sorry, I had to read it like that. I don't know why.
Yeah,
I respect that choice. August 19th, 1940, first flight of the B-25 Mitchell medium bomber.
Is that like a sake bomber?
I think it's a little more destructive, just a tad.
Slightly.
Do you want to try that one, Ben?
Oh, I get that one. Okay. 55 years ago today in Moscow, Russia, Soviet Union downed American U-2 pilot Francis Gary Powers is sentenced to 10 years imprisonment by the Soviet Union for espionage.
Yep.
Also today in history, 1960, the Soviet Union launches a satellite with the dog Belka and Strelka, 40 mice, 2 rats, and a variety of plants aboard the Korabai Sputnik 2.
And that's the way it was.
Yes, indeed, sir.
It was 51 years ago today that SYNCOM 3, the first geostationary communication satellite, was launched.
SYNCOM. Happy birthday goes out of the state to English astronomer and academic John Flamsteed, born on this date in 1646.
And also born in the state in 1871, American inventor and aviation pioneer, Orville Wright.
And popcorn engineer.
I was good.
Yes.
Yeah,
This is getting scary.
Thanks for stealing my line, too, man.
Miss Sam.
Oh, yeah. French fashion designer and founder of the Chanel company, Coco Chanel, was born today in 1883. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
The man who invented the fuser, Philip Farnsworth, was born August 19th,
99 years ago.
99 years ago. The Farnsworth.
Everyone.
Yes. Publisher Malcolm Forbes would have been 96 today.
Had he lived.
Yes.
And Gene Roddenberry would have been 94.
Wow.
More Star Trek related birthdays. Diana Muldaur is 77.
And Jonathan Frakes is 63.
They both look great.
Turning 71 today is Charles Wang, Chinese-American businessman and philanthropist, co-founder of CA Technologies.
American general and astronaut Charles Bolden is 69.
Sharing the exact same birthday as former U.S. President Bill Clinton.
Wow.
I tell you what, man, I'm getting up there in age.
I did not have relations with Charles Bolden.
I swear I did not kiss Kreg Stepp.
That's the way it was.
And it felt so real.
On this day in history for August 15, 2015. Oh, man, we got to do this more often. Speaking of Farnsworth, let me first stop that, and do that, and then do this.
Good news, everyone! What?
You can now vote on a planet's name.
Really?
Which I thought was muy interesante. That,
Since we're finding so many of them.
Exactly.
That's why.
There's like thousands that are unnamed yet. And instead of giving them crazy names like, you know, NGC 1485-34 double D.
Yeah. Double D.
It's twin planetary. It's a twin planetary system.
I was going to say it has 2 moons, and they're very large.
And it's got a great gravitational pull.
Yes.
Everybody's a comedian here.
You can't look
But it
right
really
at
hurts
him.
your back.
You can't make this stuff up.
Look, this is a highbrow podcast. Come on.
We can take anything highbrow and destroy it instantly, Craig. You know this. Especially when you get all of us together.
It's our superpower.
But the thing I find extremely funny is about 11 days earlier on XKCD, they had new names for the old planet.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
The old stars.
Is this one?
This was, so instead of Gliese 677 B, C, D, E, F, they decided to call it Space Planet. Next one was PILF.
Wow.
Do we have Queef yet?
The fourth one was called A Star.
A Star.
The fifth one is called
Drop Table Planets. Oh, that's really geeky.
That's self-referential.
That's awesome.
And it goes on. There's hundreds of these things in the list. Okay, maybe dozens of these things in the list. Where was it? Gliese 163b is now called Neil Tyson's mustache.
There's got to be a planet called Merkin.
Yeah. These are better names, so I'm throwing this out as a suggestion.
Planet.
Horse meat surface.
I was going to say that same one.
Yeah.
Balderan.
Balderan. No, that one's disappeared.
Arrakis. Scary.
Desert planet.
Maybe they should take corporate endorsements for names, naming some planets.
Yes, that's a great idea.
Yeah, Adidas 154. Yeah.
All right, we're almost in the orbit of Walmart.
That's a planet unto itself.
We're now around in the orbit of Preparation H.
Watch your
Too many jokes.
That's a ringed planet, right?
Absolutely.
Is it
It's about
Uranus?
3 degrees off of Uranus.
You beat me to it, Mike.
Yeah. It's the planet right beside the black hole.
Oh dear. Then there's something wrong with your hole, Craig.
I'll just keep a
I'm
button on that
uncomfortable
one.
talking about his hole. Just
Yeah,
so you know.
yeah, that's true.
Sam, that makes 2 of us.
Okay.
Moving right along.
Okay, let's go to the birthday calendar. Happy birthday. We have a lot of them this week. Oh my gosh. August 19th is Brian Latecki's birthday, and Matt Ryder and Fraser Kane. We'll have to steer Fraser to this one because we have new names for planets.
Yeah, and surely he doesn't listen, so we'll have to. Hey, listen to this.
We tie him. We duct tape him to a chair at DragonCon every year and make him listen to one episode of Technorama.
We're gonna burn him a CD with the one episode on it. Here you go, man.
And he'll probably do what we did to that CD of Salt when we were on our way to Vegas.
Yeah. Put some pepper on it.
Street solicitor at the. What was it? Yeah, just bad. We'll let it go there.
Okay.
Story for
Moving
another
along.
time. August 20th is Jedi Kez, a.k.a. Brian from Winnipeg. 22nd has 4 birthdays. Zoidberg. What about Zoidberg? It's his birthday on August 22nd. Kyle Slingo, Alchemy Dragon, and April A. Bear. I know April doesn't listen. I just stole that from Facebook because she's the lovely lady who showed us around the Star Trek experience in 2008. You can see her on our video on our YouTube channel.
Now, she's in orbit around Technorama. We just kind of include her in whatever we're doing.
We'll name a planet after her.
Yeah, that's right.
The 24th, 2 birthdays, Rick Stringer and Ann Stringer. Friends of the family.
Excellent, yeah.
Those people. And finally, on the 25th is David Grizzly Smith from Grizzly's Growls. Grizzly Growls.
Grizzly
podcast.
Growls.
Grizzly's
Growls.
You know what? Wait
Grizzly's
a minute. Wait a minute.
Yes.
Our calendar is so old. You may want to do a sanity check on these Earls before you start throwing them out there.
No.
This looks like a Japanese parking page for their domain.
Does it have boobs on it?
It's Japanese.
Right.
There's either boobs or I don't know.
Fighting robots.
Underwear.
If I look at the website upside down, maybe.
If you want to be on the birthday calendar, you can go over to chuckchat.com/wiki. We'd love to give you a shout out at the appropriate time of year. And if it's your birthday and you didn't make it on the calendar this week, happy birthday to you. At which point, we take another break. We'll be right back with more, well, I would call them stories. Similar to what we had before, only more of them.
Different.
Same but different. Yeah. Hang on.
Greetings, programs. This is Jay Mayer, the Tron Guy, and you're listening to Chuck and Kreg.
Geek Thoughts.
When are they going to be done with the alphabet so we can get on with the beta bet?
I had to throw that one in there in light of the recent Google news.
Oh, yeah.
Only they could have the alphabet, but every product went into beta forever.
That's right.
It's true.
So it made me wonder, shouldn't they be calling their new corporation BetaBet?
BetaBet.
And then I would have nailed them for a lawsuit right there.
Yeah. Yeah. Forget about it, BMW. Just go for it, Chuck. You can do it your own.
Do whatever you want. Go on.
Hacks and strange stories. We have some strange stories because I don't know if anybody of you have ever thought about being buried on the moon. We have a short read. Anybody want to take this one?
Well, here's a good thing. Mike's got
property on the moon.
He's going to be buried in his place.
Yeah. He's got his own property there.
How much do you charge?
I haven't thought about that, but that's a good idea.
What's the
I
rent,
could start
man?
selling cemetery lots on my property. I mean, I could get a lot of people in that acre.
Yeah. You can get them up there. We'll have them buried.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you know what? If you come in hot enough, you'll just auger in, and you don't even have to worry about the
Auger in.
Wait, if you spread the ashes on the regolith, would anybody even notice?
Probably
not.
No.
But they wouldn't be disturbed forever.
Here's your price barrier you have to do. Moon burials are now cheaper than ever. This week, the company Elysium Space announced that they can send a portion.
Elysium?
I know.
Yeah,
Right?
right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
I've seen this story.
They can send a portion of your cremated remains to
Which
the moon.
portion?
Like a teaspoon? Like what's a portion?
Is that like a petite portion or the hungry man portion?
I don't know.
For prices starting at $11,950.
Jeez.
Good
That's
Lord.
not bad, actually.
By comparison, the competitor Celestis, a rival space burial company, will make your moon your final destination for $12,500. So they undercut them by $550.
That's a reality show waiting to happen.
really is.
Competing space burial companies.
But then you have to think,
cutthroat, man.
Then you have to
That's
decide
vicious.
what part of you are you really proud of that you want to send and be buried on the moon.
Yeah.
You know, I can see this now. What'll happen is the people who pay for this, their loved ones will be buried on the moon. We'll find out there's some precious metal that will solve all our energy problems under there. Of course. And they have to exhume the ashes.
No,
they're going to build a space station on top of the moon burial ground,
say,
and then it's going to become haunted.
This is the remake of Poltergeist. 10
Poltergeist.
Years in the future.
Space Poltergeist.
Yes,
Space
exactly.
Poltergeist.
There you go.
I'm writing it now.
It's the reboot.
And aliens are going to come to the moon, and they're going to go, my God, it's a giant crematorium. Seriously.
They send their dead to the moon.
They send their dead out there? Whoa, this is creepy. Yeah.
So we're basically an alien horror movie for them.
Yeah.
I like it.
That's kind of cool.
An alien horror movie.
What are these?
Brian, I think this one's right up your alley as far as genre goes.
Okay, a New York lawyer is charged with fraud, demands trial by combat.
Trial by combat.
Really? Yeah. In a real life story taken out of George R.R. Martin's Game of Thrones, a New York lawyer accused of fraud is actually asking for trial by combat to settle his legal dispute.
Has that just not been taken off the books in New York?
That's the cool thing.
So here he goes. Richard Luthman says his bizarre request may sound ludicrous to most people, but it certainly isn't against the law. He pointed out that the right trial by combat was technically never outlawed in the state of New York.
I love it.
Wow.
Or anywhere else in America.
Quick,
Really?
get arrested now! Get arrested now before they make it illegal.
Yeah.
I want trial by combat for my parking ticket.
So
Isn't that meter maid?
Bring the meter maid forward.
The meter maid's The meter maid's only 300 pounds, though. And he is big.
And in this corner, we have Michael Mennenga with his bat left. Against Rosie McShane, a meter maid from Pennsylvania.
With her chalk stick.
I can hear the music kicking in now.
We'll just have a slap fight. It'll be awesome.
So, we brought Sam.
We brought Sam.
Oh, man. So technically, this is common law of Britain that was effected in New York State in 1776.
Right.
And the 9th Amendment of the Constitution recognizes the penumbra of those rights. It's still on the books.
That's fantastic.
So, historically, trial by combat not commonly used, but,
Who's he going to fight? Like, I mean, what does the law say?
You fight the accuser.
His accuser, yeah.
So the person,
he was the person accusing him of fraud.
prosecutor?
Right, yeah. No, the person accusing him of fraud.
Yeah, the case was that he was in a case where he and his partner lost, and he's supposed to pay $550,000 to the opposition, but his partner skipped off instead of paying. So now he's left holding the bag, and he says, "This is ludicrous, and I'm going to fight idiocy with idiocy."
Good for him.
That's awesome.
I kind of like that.
And he wears bow ties. I like him then.
I hope somebody doesn't take him up on this and he loses. It's to the death, remember?
Wow. Yeah, but he doesn't have to pay. I mean, it's a win-win either way. He doesn't have to pay.
To the pain is better.
Pain.
I like how he's dressed. Looks like he's starting to dress as Thor. The thumbnail on the video at the bottom there.
Yeah. Well, he is wielding around Mjolnir in this mock battle that the news did. What? That's not what you do. He looks like somebody I know from an IT company or something.
He looks like he goes out and does caber tossing on the weekend.
Right.
He probably does.
Maybe he does.
Well, the one on the right was the mountain from Game of Thrones.
I was going to say, I said,
but even the second
but
picture.
see, it looks like he's wearing a kilt there. See?
Yeah, you look at the second picture. I mean, his shoulders go directly to his ears.
He has no neck.
He has no neck. You're right. And I think the only thing really probably tosses back is probably a lot of food and some bruise. He doesn't look that built, but
No.
Oh, that kind of combat. Beer to beer.
Beer to beer.
Hand to hand.
Shots.
Clink.
There you go.
Like Marion and Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Exactly. Indiana Jones.
In the Remember When segment, we were talking about the Trash 80 a little while ago. Well, what would happen if you took a Trash 80 Model 100 and tried to surf the net?
Yes.
Yes, it can be done.
No,
it's
really?
not. It's as
it won't be
painful
pretty
as it sounds. It's as painful as it sounds. The glutton for punishment in this case was Ars Technica's Sean Gallagher, who successfully revived the Radio Shack branded TRS-80, which boasted a whopping 24K, or I like this comparison, 0.0000024 gigabytes.
Wow. Gotta be precise.
The laptop predates the internet, at least we know it, by decades or so. So Gallagher spent a week wiring up custom serial cables, making a TRS-80 interface with a Raspberry Pi, and whipping up some custom code.
Wow.
That's cheating.
Yeah.
That's cheating? What do you want
It
to
is.
dial up modem?
No, it's just a serial terminal at that point.
Well,
Right.
that's what they were. Even if you dialed up, you had I know a guy who had an acoustic coupled one of these.
Wow.
So, I mean, it was all done through the serial port. That's the only
The
communications
Raspberry
port the
Pis
thing
was
had.
That's true.
He's just making it work with modern technology.
Yes.
The TRS 100 is just a display at this point.
It had storage. I don't know if he was making use of that for anything.
Wow, you got a full 20 hours on 4 AA batteries.
That's
pretty
that's
awesome.
better than most phones nowadays.
Hey, exactly.
Yeah.
I remember an article not too long ago that people were fighting over these on eBay because they were using them, like journalists would use them out in the field to write stories because the battery life was so good.
Right.
Huh.
Makes sense.
Even today.
Cool.
Yeah.
I have a service story when I worked at Computer Landing College about a guy who had one of these, so I'll say that for another time.
Not
But
interested, Chuck.
These
Move
are
along.
yeah.
Back in my day,
I remember when.
Let me tell you something I know.
We
Oh,
had
yeah.
fun with this article last night, so we must talk
yes.
about this. Surprise of surprises, the Columbia House Record Club is finally closing its doors.
Oh no!
And the
End of an era.
obvious question: they're still in business?
Yeah.
Yes,
Who
you know,
knew?
I read a little into this. They were selling DVDs.
Yeah.
Of course.
Is that what they were into?
They moved
Yep.
with the times.
Okay.
Because who's buying 8-tracks these days?
Well, somebody, it's still 10 for $1.97. Oh,
Hey, now you get a digital stream for $1.
yeah, there you go.
That was what we were saying
That's what
last
we were
night.
talking about last night.
So we were going to revive
10
this.
downloads for 99 cents.
And then the rest is forced on you like a U2 album.
This comes the pirate thing. Yeah, it's called torrenting.
Oops.
Yeah, unfortunately, it was a surprise to a lot of people that this place was still around because we remember them back from the 70s and 80s. You'd see the commercials.
Yeah.
For a penny, you could get 12 albums or eight tracks.
You have to tape your penny here.
Yes.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So you tape your penny on the little card and send it in the mail. And I was a member for many years.
Yeah, but then of course you got the $7 fee.
Yeah. $7. That's how they did it. The $7 fee.
There was a $7
you had to
fee
buy
that came
so
from
many
it.
of them so fast, and they sold them at full price.
Yeah.
And
there was a limited volume.
Yeah.
They just never had much I wanted.
That's the problem.
Was the idea.
Yeah.
I mean,
I signed up with Columbia House.
All the good stuff was up front.
Yeah.
Craig's trying to
No, Craig, forget about you, man. We don't.
What is it you're trying to say, Craig?
I got something to interject.
There you go. Here, I can fix that up. It's all you and me, Craig. Okay.
I was gonna say that I signed up for their Columbia House hundreds of times.
Under different names.
Hundreds of times.
So it cost me $1 for all the music I got.
Yeah.
This is for Craig. This one's for Krug. Yeah, imagine that they're all the same. They're at the same address. Imagine that.
It's a very large family.
Never caught on.
Yeah.
Yes.
He had to get
And here's one for Craig St. Epi.
Saint Epi.
Saint Epi.
That's pretty good.
That was good.
I was wondering.
That was good.
I was wondering how much influence this had on some bands, because when I think of this, I automatically think Police, because I've seen the Police, and I remember seeing the Police as one of the options you can get for free. So I wonder how much influence they had on some bands, because you could get that one for cheap.
That's a good question, actually.
I'm sure Tom Jones sold a lot of 8-tracks.
Hey, I love Tom Jones.
Zip it.
Right.
I don't even recognize some of these names on here. Obviously, we got
there's some good
on
ones.
the 8-tracks. Barbara
Easy Dan,
Streisand,
Three Dog Night.
Three Dog Night,
Cher,
Godspell.
You don't know Cher?
Last Tango in Paris,
Steely Dan.
Don McLean, Liza Minnelli, Ray Price.
So far, they're all
on.
familiar.
Don McLean, yeah.
Oh, must have been the other one that I was looking at.
Santana.
Sure.
And there's
was a
that Tchaikovsky guy.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Blues.
Portrait of
I've
Sammy
seen the
Davis
Moody Blues in
Jr.
concert.
these are
I
the
too.
good ones.
I'll tell you something else I saw.
George,
When I
yeah.
saw this article, I ended up linking up. It's like I hadn't used the internet before. I linked over to it as a YouTube video of Dick Clark, pitching the Columbia House service. And I was watching it, and he's such a pro, because he's talking. It starts off showing a TV screen, and then backs off, and there's him sitting in front of the TV. And this is like pre-CGI and all that kind of stuff. And he's talking seamlessly with himself back and forth and pitching the product. I'm like, that guy was a freaking pro.
He's an android. We know this.
Well, now
Or he was vat grown. I'm not sure.
If had grown.
Yeah. Did he? I don't know. Did anybody check for a belly button?
Is that how you tell?
And the only reason he's not still around is because they're cleaning the vat.
Pretty much, yeah.
Well,
He'll be back in 15
I
years.
think actually they downloaded his consciousness into Ryan Seacrest.
Wow.
I believe you're right.
That's
I'm convinced.
impressive.
Yeah, he's the new Dick Clark.
There you go.
We're just simply the new Dick.
Oh. Let's continue the
That'll leave a
music
mark.
discussion in the media corner.
Welcome to Blockhead Video. Hey, where can I find some good information about music and TV and videos and things? Over here, in the media corner.
We have a band that was inspired by Ned Flanders from The
I love
Simpsons.
this.
I love this.
The guy looks more like Bryan Cranston as the lead singer, though.
You know, the great thing about this is my friend's girlfriend's brother is a member of this band.
Yeah, I was.
They're
So-
based
They are
Yeah.
based in
Here
Phoenix.
in
Yeah.
Phoenix.
Bring your obscure
Is this
relative
gentleman
to
right
work
here?
there.
The band is called
Friend.
Oakley Dokley, and the emphasis is on Kill in both of those words, which I think is a little frightening. They are a metal band, and there are some audio samples here. Oh, they took one.
They took
There were
someone down.
four.
Yeah, there was
One.
four of them.
There were
Well, now
four
there's
of them.
one.
Now there's only one.
Now it starts out a little mellow.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is
You're
the only
like,
one I've heard.
Oh, this is
Metal
easy.
sucks.
Wait for
picks
it.
up.
Wait for
Wait
it.
for it. Yeah, you got to wait like just a few more seconds. I didn't hear a whole lot of. Almost sounded like a Police thing at first, until this is called "They Warned Me."
Really?
How do you know?
Wouldn't have guessed that.
Some of them get going right from the beginning.
Like a blister in the sun.
There we go.
I can get into this. This isn't too
It's
bad.
not bad.
I
kind of
it.
like it.
Yeah. I'm going.
I'm in. Oh, I'm not. I don't live here anymore.
not-
Oh.
The concert is September 6th.
5th. September 5th.
September 5th.
We're back from our cruise by then.
I'm sorry. I'll be at Dragon Con.
It's Dragon Con weekend. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and here's the thing: they're supposed to be playing at the Trunk Space here in Phoenix, which is a very small venue. It's only about 100 people.
About 100 people.
They're going to totally fill that up. They're going to have to find another venue.
With publicity like this?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
This has been all over Facebook, all over social media. So,
it's
people are going to
awesome.
flock.
Yeah.
This is good. I
Although
like
I
it.
hope they don't have to wear the sweaters on stage. That looks very hot.
Actually, they do.
Oh, my goodness.
That's how they dress.
That's going to be
Is
killer.
Is this their shtick all the time?
Well, and that's why I asked. I was asking about that. I was like, this is a hard shtick to hold on to for a long period of time.
Yeah.
And also not get sued by 20th Century Fox.
Right.
So,
I was going to say, The Simpsons have been holding on for a lot longer. So
yeah,
I think
actually,
they're
20th
okay.
Century Fox really kind of wants to talk to you guys, you and Chuck, Kreg, as a matter of fact, about all your copyright infringements on Futurama stuff.
Yeah, okay. Good luck with that.
It's a fight to
my
the
interest.
death.
Now you got my curiosity.
Trial by combat.
Trial by combat.
Trial by combat.
Perfect.
At Dragon Con?
My combat is programming languages.
Is this a new way out of all the LucasArts stuff?
Any cease and desist letter is met by a request for trial by combat.
Yeah, trial by combat.
I don't know. Now that Disney owns LucasArts, they have their own hit squad.
Yeah,
basically.
Dude, God,
They may actually employ the mountain.
Yeah, Kreg?
Let's reboot the People's Court.
No.
Trial by combat.
With Zombie Watner.
There you go.
Wow.
People's Court trial by combat.
The People's Court. Turn it into like
That was
medieval
American
times
Gladiator.
almost.
That's
and they gotta
exactly.
go-
That's what it was. It was American Gladiator.
Yeah.
Judge Judy. Judge, jury, and executioner.
Finish him.
Finish him. Exactly. Fatalities. Yeah. I think
Wow.
Wow. There's a reality show here.
Yeah. Either that or a Punisher reboot.
Yeah, it's something for MTV to do.
Yeah. Give them something to do.
We bring you to the end of our show, which brings us to our last.
Already?
I know.
Wait,
Short
what?
one.
That went fast.
I didn't miss any. Check, Craig, check and see if I missed anything this week. We
Did we
did the
miss
Burial on the Moon. We did the Lawyer Combat, Trash 80.
And we talked about
Columbia
a lot
House.
of stuff.
We did talk
we
about a
went
lot
to
of
this
this.
checklist. It looks pretty good
Yep.
there, Chucky.
Checking his list and making it twice. No, something like that. This week's geek question is: what is your favorite sci-fi gadget?
Wait, like something
Now,
I own
we are
or
among
something
people who do much more
like?
reading than I
Sci-fi.
do. So
Wait a
there's
minute,
got
hey,
to be.
Chuck, let's clarify this.
I know, I know.
Are we talking like a prop that we own or something that we think it's cool that we
From
read
Something we'd
about?
like to
from
have.
TV, from a book. Yeah.
I know.
What do you want?
Freaking lightsaber.
A slaver weapon.
Oh.
Larry Niven.
Larry Niven.
I want a slaver weapon.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
That's good.
I think I want
I
the.
have to think about it for a
I think
bit.
I want the time travel box from Predestination.
Ooh.
Oh,
The
yeah.
kit.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
The time travel kit.
Yep.
Is
That'd be
it
cool.
is it cheating to say sonic screwdriver because it can do just about anything?
There's one sitting over there.
It's called a Harry Potter magic wand. Let's be real.
Yes.
But it's technically a sci-fi show, so I get to have it.
It's a MacGuffin.
Thank
I know,
you.
I know.
Thank you.
I know.
No, I've got to go for the matter replication and feed system from Diamond Age.
Diamond Age. Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
I was thinking Stevenson, but I'm thinking I want an AI from Neuromancer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because nothing bad could happen like that.
No,
Especially if it's my friend.
Well, you've already made friends with an AI,
I
so you're good
have,
at that. We know.
yes, so-
Yeah.
Hey, I want an Omega 13 so I can just relive Dragon Con.
A TARDIS.
A TARDIS.
Yeah.
I was going to say that TARDIS. Oh,
sorry.
that's mine.
Give him back his TARDIS.
You get your TARDIS, I'll take mine.
There you go.
You can have, what was it, the 5th generation? All the 6th, whatever it is.
You changed the desktop theme. Wow.
Did everybody get their
Yes, we
voices?
did.
All right.
Pretty much.
We want to hear from you, wonderful listener. Call us on the listener line 206-222-CHAT, 206-222-2428, and let us know what it is. Otherwise, send us an email at technorama@chuckchat.com. You can also record an MP3 and mail it to that address, or send us a link wherever it is. If it's a really big audio file, we're not going to pick it up. We have a show of our own. You get one of yours.
Yes. Hey, if you want podcasting, it's free.
Yeah. If you want to talk that much, start a podcast. That's what happened to us. You can find all the information over at chuckchat.com/Technorama. And We mentioned Dragon Con. We will be at Dragon Con doing another live show with Clinton Elverd at Comedy Forecast, 5:30 p.m. Friday, Hilton, room 203. We would love to see you there. If
I'm
you're
going to
not,
be there.
Yes!
I count on it.
My first ever Dragon Con. I'm so excited.
Thank you,
Awesome.
everybody in the room, for joining us.
Our
It has been a
pleasure.
rare treat
So fun.
to
Thank
have
you.
all these people in here. And let's do it all at the same time. Give me a binary high five.
101.
I thought I saw it too.
We have found the witch. May we burn her.